Hi, welcome to Angel Messages Sunday. We today I have another beautiful message from the angels for us today. I'm excited to share this with you. If we haven't met, I'm Julie Clough. I'm a spiritual medium and an intuitive, and I connect to the angelic realm, to a collective who call themselves the Council of Wisdom. And they shared a really important message this week about consciousness, which I'm excited to share with you. And again, affirming that they're here to help us. And that's the point of these messages. It's we are all connected, and that's what we get to remember. I was awakened after the passing of my two youngest children to, I was awakened to spirit communication and this other side of things that I was aware of, but not to the extent that I'm aware of today for sure. And this is always developing. And this is what you'll find, I'm sure you found too, right? It's always developing, it's always shifting and changing. And so I just invite you to also connect with your guides and angels. And if I can be of any assistance in helping you connect to your loved ones across the veil or to your guides and angels, please reach out. Let me get to the message. This is so beautiful. All right. They said, we are here. Our energy and our presence, our support and our love. It is all around you, surrounding you in this beautiful wave of love and protection and strength. We offer you strength. You have the strength within, and we are igniting the strength and bringing it to your awareness and your consciousness. Okay, that's the first paragraph. Let's talk about it. Again, reminding us of their presence, that they are here, that they're present and they're offering their energy, they're offering their support and their love, and reminding us that they're surrounding us with love and protection and strength. And it was interesting the way they said, we offer you strength. But then they also reminded us that the strength is within us, and they are helping to ignite that strength that is within us and bring us awareness of our own strength and our own consciousness. So let's look at the next paragraph. This is consciousness, to be aware of the dimension that you were previously unaware of. So it would make sense that an awakening to consciousness would have many layers and many dimensions to move through and receive. Okay, this is a really short paragraph, but I wanted to really highlight this kind of this definition because I hear consciousness a lot and I'm like, when people use the word consciousness, what do they mean? I loved their definition of consciousness. This is consciousness, to be aware of the dimension that you were previously unaware of. Because when people talk about consciousness, I wonder, what exactly are they talking about? So I loved this very, very simple explanation. It's like becoming aware of something that you previously weren't aware of. You are conscious of it. So then they said that it would make sense that our awakening would have layers upon layers because of the many dimensions of consciousness that we can become aware of, the many dimensions that we can become aware of. So then they gave us a little bit of more of an understanding of this. They said it is much like your schools because you are aware of the university and you have learned much from one school of thought within that school does not discount the many other schools held within that university. Okay, that can feel a little circular, but right, like you can go to a school and you can really enjoy a particular class in that school, but there's all these other classes. There's so many other subjects to learn within that school. So that's what they're sharing about consciousness, is that when our mind and our heart becomes aware of another level or another layer of dimension, it's like we are taking that class, we're taking that course, And as our awakening continues, we become more and more aware of the other courses, the other classes within that school of spirit, if you will. All right, next paragraph. We invite you to continue to sit with us to continue to receive our messages. As you sit to receive our messages, you are not only receiving the words of our message, you are receiving the frequency of our messages and the frequencies and energies that build upon your knowing. Okay, reminding us that it's not just about the words, it's about the frequency. Also, what's coming to mind and what they're sharing with me right now is this idea that when you're listening to this, you're receiving messages and frequencies, but when you sit with your own messages from spirit, you are also receiving those messages and those frequencies. So, yes, it's really cool for us to be together in this space. And I hope that you will like and comment below and share what you got from this message, because that really helps all of us when you share what you received from this message. But you're receiving this, which is opening up you to your frequencies, and more messages that you will receive personally. As you're hearing this, you're receiving something different than the next person is receiving. Okay, I really highlighted this next paragraph. For all is within, and we wish to bring your inner knowing into consciousness, not only your consciousness, but the consciousness of humanity. For that is the awakening, the adding layer upon layer of new awareness, of new knowledge, of new technologies of spiritual awareness. It is new in that it is new to your consciousness, but it is ancient wisdom that lies dormant within you and within all humanity. There's a lot there. Let's talk about it. They're reminding us that this awareness lives within us. And even though from this, we agreed to this experience here on earth. And when we came here to earth, we went behind a veil. Our memories of our higher self, of the angelic realm, of the heavenly realm, the divine energies was veiled, and we lost our memory of that. Some of us more than others. Some people have, memories, like kind of pre-life memories. And behind that veil, that knowledge, that awareness is still within us, is still a part of us, but it's veiled, it's hidden, and we're awakening, and we're adding layer upon layer of this new awareness, new knowledge, and new technologies. Let's talk about technologies for a minute. When I shared this message with a friend a couple days ago, they really picked up on this idea of technologies. Technologies are, and maybe I should have looked this up before I started talking about it, but I think of technologies as tools, as instruments, the ways that we connect. For example, in my own development as a spiritual medium, I gained new technologies as I learned to connect with spirit through like the clairs, right? Clairsentience, which is feeling, clairaudience, which is hearing, clairvoyance, which is seeing, like all these different clairs, and that's just a French word for clear seeing, clear hearing, clear knowing, and so forth. Those are technologies, and it's new technologies are going to be coming into our awareness. I really feel like, and I feel like the messages that they're giving us is telling us that there's new technologies coming, but there's also technologies that are available to us that we haven't actually taken advantage of. It's like living, you move into an apartment and there's not a microwave, and then you get a microwave and you have new technologies to work with. It's like becoming aware of your own clairvoyance, your own clairaudience. Those are technologies that you're embracing and that you're integrating, but also new technologies are forming and coming. And then they share that they're using the word new, new in that it is new to us, but it's ancient wisdom that lies dormant within us. Okay, last paragraph. This is the Great Awakening. Many people at this time and throughout the coming months will feel the shift in their awareness. All is well. We are with you. We are here. We love you and support you. Okay, talking about this great awakening that's happening right now and how many people are new to this spiritual community. Maybe you just discovered this online spiritual community, this broadening, widening, ever developing, ever growing community of people sharing beautiful spirit messages here on YouTube and on other platforms that allow us to get the message out that Spirit is wanting us to have at this time. I hope you enjoyed this. Again, I just invite you to subscribe. There's a little bubble that will come up where you can subscribe. And there's another bubble here or block video that you can watch after you watch this one. But thank you so much for being here. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment below. Have a beautiful week.